Sack Life. Beat depression. It's day 675, and we're staying alive with Sack Life. Back with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, appreciate you guys and girls out there. As you know, this is a martial arts or mental health show, so we want to tune into those mental health tools first. And the first one that we use is the tool of gratitude. The more we use it, the more powerful it becomes, the easier it becomes to use, and the easier it becomes to find those silver linings and things to look forward to in life. So today, my gratitude is going out to the first one in Whenrosesblossom. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. And also I want to shout gratitude out to all those who are tuning in later. Even if you're only here for a moment to say hello, to stop in, I appreciate that time, because time is all that we have. So when we spend it building each other up and sharing our progress, sharing that positivity with each other, it really does make a difference. Social support is another powerful tool in the fight against depression, and we're building a social support system for one another. So thank you to everybody for being a part of that. That being said, think about the piece of gratitude that you've got for today, and that'll help put you in a positive mindset as we move into today's lesson. Shout out to Lisa the Luminary out there. I see you. Thank you for being here. Second tool we're going to talk about, third tool, social support. Third tool we're talking about is list tracking, progress tracking. This number is almost like a combination of journaling and goal accomplishment, goal mapping. It's all coming down into this number. So keeping track of the number of days that you get up and you fight forwards for yourself, whether it's this training program or it's another program that builds you up mentally or physically, the fact that you got up and fought forwards and did something for yourself is proof that you are stronger than the debilitating effects of depression. So we want to keep track of that proof, because our progress never goes down. This number never goes down. Even if you miss a day, we don't reset our counter to zero. We don't lose all the proof of our strength or endurance that we've shown up to that point. It's not like a fitness goal or a competition goal where you fall off the wagon or you lose progress. We never lose progress out here. And the more we keep track of it, the larger that number becomes. You can let that number be an anchor to you on those hard days and remind you of how strong and powerful you are in the things that you are dealing with out there, because we know it is a tough road and it is a battle. So staying strong and fighting forwards makes you a mental health warrior. Make sure you're giving yourself credit for that number. That being said, it's 675 days for me. Let me know how many days it's been for you. Hello, nurse. Thank you for being here. She says day 21. Good stuff. That's more than 2 weeks. Making that progress out there. Something to be proud of. We know it's difficult for all those who are out there dealing with different things like anxiety or depression. We know it's difficult just to get out of bed sometimes, just to get up and to get into action. So 21 days of fighting forwards and putting in the effort, putting in the energy, showing up for you and being part of that process. That's something to be proud of. So thank you for sharing that number and helping inspire others as well. Shout out to Tanner, buddy out there in Texas at A Safe Place Inside Your Head. Check out Tanner. He's got an awesome mental health page out there supporting people by meeting them where they're at. No pressure, sharing a lot of cool memes, just showing people that they're not alone, doing good things, working on that app, I believe. I don't want to give away any secrets, but I believe he's still working on providing more forms of free mental health care where he can to the people. So we're on the same page with that. Appreciate you and the work you're doing out there, buddy. And definitely check out his page when you get a chance. Shout out to Mad with Hats. Appreciate you for being here as well. And Hello Nurse said congrats on 675. Thank you. I'm proud of it. I feel like I should be getting there, getting closer to 700 every day. And Lisa, the Luminary, at 375, over a year of consistent progress. That's good stuff, Lisa. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being an inspiration to others out here, letting them know what is possible, right? Because we're all made of the same stuff. Nobody's better than anybody else. So we can all find ways to make progress. And this is very much about you making progress for you and tailoring this thing to your skill level, to your intensity level. So we can always find a way forward. Even if it's only 1 minute and it's not the full 10 minutes, it's still 1 minute of progress. It's still one step, and that step counts. Every single step counts when you're moving forward. So please do keep track of those steps, share them with each other, and thank you guys for being there and supporting one another. That being said, we did our gratitude. It is 112 degrees, so it is boiling hot out here. I think the real feel is something like 120. So I'm going to be dialing my intensity down dramatically today. On top of that, I trained last night for like 4 hours at high intensity on the bag. Hyperextended my shoulder a little bit. Just doing some blind bagging. If you're doing blind bagging out there, be very careful, go very slow, and make sure that you're measuring your distance, measuring out all your shots, because it's very easy to overextend. I actually injured the shoulder not while I was blind bagging, but different story. If you are going to try that form of training, just do it with caution. Exercise extreme caution. We'll have our 3 rounds, our standard rounds today. It is a Tuesday. Normally it would be high intensity, but I want you guys to dial that intensity into your level for the day. Respect your environment, respect your mind and body, respect your journey. So if you've drank last night, if you partied hard last night, or you didn't get enough sleep, or you worked out really extremely last night and you need to dial that intensity down, do it. There's 3 ways you can moderate this class with the punch volume, the punch intensity, and the punch speed. So with all our strikes, the speed at which you're throwing them, the power, that body weight you're putting behind them, and then the volume of punches. You don't have to do, if I do a jab cross, you can turn that into a 3-hit, jab, cross, jab. You can turn it into 4, jab, cross, boom. You can moderate those things so that way you can give yourself a challenge. Without the challenge, we can't see growth, and we fall into a comfort zone, and that comfort zone is a cage. It stops us from the progress, and it also becomes boring after a while, right? You're not getting anywhere, just doing the same thing over and over again. So we try to mix it up in this class. Today we will practice the move that I injured myself on, because obviously I need practice on it, right? Sounds like a plan. So the move I injured myself with, the shoulder, is actually a spinning backfist, a reverse spinning backfist. So the way we're going to do that, I'll break it down for you guys. Shout out to Simon and Maze for being here. A couple more people piling in. Slayer Ken, thanks for being here as well. And Mad with Hat said he will not be blindfolding for a long while. And that's fine. You don't ever have to blindfold. I'm not recommending that anybody do that. I just did that because I enjoyed it. It was fun. And I'm always looking for ways to kind of challenge myself and find new avenues for growth. I think about a real world situation where maybe I would wind up blind. I don't know. Maybe something got in my eyes and now there's a threat. So I was kind of preparing myself for that kind of thing. But it's fun to experiment around and be creative with your training routine so you can keep it fun and entertaining. Shout out to Ken. He said, "What's up, everybody?" Simon Amaze, thank you for being here. And 283 days for Ken. Good stuff, brother. Crushing out those goals, getting closer and closer to 300. Another superhuman shout out coming your way. Every 100 digits, every time you hit one of those milestones, we'll give you guys a shout out on the main page so we can share that progress and encourage others. You know, show other people what's possible. The more people are crushing those goals, the more other people will realize it's not just me, it's not just you, it's us, right? We're in this thing together. So, thank you all for sharing that number. That being said, let's talk about the spinning backfist. We're going to do our standard jab and cross. I'm going to be going low intensity because it feels like I've slipped into the 7th circle of hell. So I'm going to moderate to that heat level. Make sure I'm drinking a ton of water. I want you guys to do the same. And we're going to talk about the reverse spinning backfist. We're going to do it nice and slow from Muay-Thai stance. If you're not familiar with the stance guide's available on SackLifeOfficial.com at the bottom of the page in that free martial arts for mental health class section. So just tap that free martial arts class section, scroll down to the bottom, you'll be fully prepared for 90% of our classes. So we're going to pop in starting with a Muay-Thai stance, right? Nice and balanced, nice and even. Oh, toss across. I think I lost connection there. Let's make sure I'm not on Wi-Fi. That's never happened before. I am on Wi-Fi. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. All right, we're back, and hopefully in better quality. Didn't realize that. I'm still on the house Wi-Fi out here. But you didn't miss anything. I waited for you. So we're going to talk about that reverse spinning backfist. We'll work from the jab and the cross, and out of the cross, we'll get back into center. Nice and centered. We're going to step our front foot over. Now, normally we never put ourselves in a narrow position. We never make those feet narrow because it leads to instability when we're taking hooks and things like that. But here, for the sake of executing this move, we're going to step this foot over, kind of directly in front of, or even sometimes past that rear foot. And we're going to pivot on both feet. We're going to rotate around on both feet. And you see what's happening. It's sending our whole body into a twist. We're going to twist back. Shout out to Matthias. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate that support. Working from modern balanced Muay Thai stance. We'll be tossing those jabs and crosses, moving around a little bit. But we're going to break down that reverse spinning back fist. It's a great move. It's a nice surprise move. People usually don't see it coming. You'll see them get caught a lot with it in the MMA, UFC. So what we're going to do is take that front foot, that lead foot, step it across. And now we're going to pivot on the ball of both feet. Keep the guard high. Don't worry about the hands yet. Just pivot on both feet. Wuss, and see where you land. So right now I pivoted on both feet. I'm facing backwards. Now I'm going to put the twist in at the waist and the shoulders. Boom. And I'm looking forwards. I'm looking that same direction. Rotate all the way back around and step that foot over to a nice balanced position. We're nice and square. Try one more time. We're just breaking down the sections of this move, and then we're going to start executing it. Step across. We're going to pivot on both feet and rotate. Whoosh. 180 degrees. Twist at the hips and the shoulders. That's going to make up the end of the shot. Now we're going to rotate all the way back into our balanced stance, and we're going to start extending that fist. So what we're going to do here is we're going to drive this fist around, whoosh, on that plane. As we rotate around, we're going to kind of swing this fist around, hammer fist style, landing on the back of that fist, boom, with authority, with power. All that rotation is going to go into that strike, and we're going to carry that fist right around into the side of the head, hopefully the temple or the chin. Either way, we're going to catch them off guard. So let's get back into it. Nice balanced stance, Muay Thai stance. Step across, guards high, right? Step across. Now, as we pivot, this time we're going to send this fist out on a horizontal plane. Send it out and extend it all the way across through the face of that depression dummy. Let's do it together. Twist around. As we twist around, we're facing backwards. We're going to start extending. Twist through, whoosh, and there it is. Bam. Driving that hammer fist right through the face of that depression dummy. Keeping the guard high on the opposite hand. Rotate all the way back. Boom. And back into our squared stance. That's the reverse spinning back fist. So, the more you practice that, the better the balance will become, the more fluid it will become, and the better you'll be able to execute it. The faster you'll be able to execute it when you're in one of those situations. On the heavy back, it feels great, but you got to exercise caution, because this is the one that I injured myself on last night. I was twisting around, my fist caught that heavy bag. It is a heavy bag, it does give you a lot of feedback. And as I rotated through, it kind of pulled, my fist made tension, caught some tension on that bag, and kind of pulled it out of the socket a little bit, extending in the shoulder area. So be very careful if you're doing it on the heavy bag. I would recommend a double-ended bag for this, or a speed bag even. You could practice this thing on a speed bag. If you are doing it on the heavy bag, I would do it slow. I would do it controlled and try and keep it at lower intensity, which I'll be doing from now on until I'm very, very comfortable with it. And then I can execute at the right speed and the right pace. Shout out to Ruben Romero. Thank you for being here. And that is it. We're going to get the fighting spirit of the 80s going from those official tunes. You can catch them on Spotify at SackLifeOfficial.com. Artist. Check them out. We got some binaural beats in there to help you sleep as well.
Bluetooth. Bluetooth.
Let's do this thing. Oh. A creepy beat today. Why not? And, alright. So, let's get this timer going. We're going to start with that jab and cross. Remember, visualize that depression dummy. Assign it the name of that thing you want to work on, whether it's anxiety or depression. Both are dirty liars. We're going to knock the lies right out of them with the power of truth. Let's do this thing. Square up into Muay Thai stance. Tuck that chin. Roll those shoulders and hips. Step in for the 1-2. Drive those fists over. Remember to turn through the shoulders and hips. Twist that fist over. Tuck in the thumb. Landing on the large two knuckles. Rotate back. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 shots. Drive those fists over. Let's go. Bending those knees will help you rotate on the balls of the feet. Twist through. I'm going nice and slow here. Kind of moderate into my environment, my intensity. I want you to do the same thing and check in on you. Avoid those signs of overreaching, lightheadedness. Dizziness means dial that intensity back. If you're feeling good, pick it up. Pick up the speed. Pick up the volume. Pick up the pace. It's all yours. It's all under your control. Give yourself a challenge so you can grow. Let's go. Start working that horizontal movement as well. Side. Back to stance to the other side. back to stance, step it back, forwards and backwards, 1 foot at a time, keeping it nice and balanced. 3-shot combo, let's go, tuck that chin, square up, guard high, back to stance, keep it square, step to the side, jab cross, back to stance, back the other way, jab cross, one more time to the other side, jab cross, back to stance, tucking that chin, curling those hips, keeping that guard nice and squared. We're going to start talking about that reverse spinning back fist now. So from balanced stance, get close enough to that opponent that you would reach him with the jab. Once you can reach him with the jab, that sets you up for the rest of the shot. So we're going to step in, touch that depression dummy's face with the jab. From here, we're going to step across. Remember to step across, almost past that narrow position. Pivot on both feet. Bring the guard back high by the head. We're going to extend that fist, twist it around, drive right through his face with the reverse hammer fist, spinning back fist. Then reverse all the way around and step back, boom, into your balanced position, nice and square. That is our reverse spinning back fist. Step in for 1, 2, back to stance, step across, and reverse. Boom, there it is. Twist all the way back, square up, boom, and there we are. Practice one more time, jab cross, back to stance, step across for that reverse spinning back fist. We're going to pivot on both feet. This guard hand stays high the whole time. The other one we want to send it across on the jawline, the headline. Aim for that temple, twist through, boom, going nice and slow here for illustration, and drive that hammer fist through the face of the opponent. Rotate all the way back. When we get about here, we want to swing that foot back into a balanced position. That's the end of round 1. Catch your breath, drink some water. Shout out to Jolene, the boomerang queen. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Miss you, Jolene. Can't wait to get back to Jersey and do some boomerangs together. We're overdue. Braces can be scary. Claire, thank you for being here. Claire, 5 years old, fighting forward through chemo, and it's an inspiration out here to everybody. Just making that progress and finding ways to move forwards for her as well as an individual. And by showing up for her and by putting in the work for her, she's able to inspire us to do more, right? There's nothing that we can't do. We can all make progress out here. We just have to do it to our level and be reasonable with ourselves. Be kind to our minds on that journey. Thank you, Claire, for being here. Hope you're feeling well, and I hope my buddy Luca's doing well as well. We've got about 12 seconds. We're going to pop back in to Muay-Thai stance. Keeping that guard nice and high. By the brow line, close the fingers, tuck the thumbs, tuck that chin, roll those shoulders, and get into your balanced Muay-Thai stance, moving it back and forth. Step in for the 1, 2, back to stance, step in for the 1. We've touched, that means we can make contact with that reverse spinning back fist. Once we touch, step across the line, twist on both feet, wuss, and drive that fist right through the face of that depression dummy. Twist all the way back around and swing that front foot back over to your balanced stance. Now the goal here is to stay balanced. Keep your head centered. Keep that center line nice and balanced all the way through the rotation. Try not to lean in either direction. That'll make it real easy to flow back into a balanced stance. Step into the 1, 2, back to stance, step into the 1. Retract, we know we can hit them now. We're going to step across and twist through. Keeping the head centered, nice and balanced. We're twisting all the way through. Boom, there it is. Now we're rotating back and about here. Boom, step right across. See how I'm making that step back to square part of the rotation. Everything's going to flow together. You find those ways that feel the most comfortable and the most balanced, and then you've got it. Step in for 1, 2, boom. 1, 2 again. Exhale through those strikes. Let's go. Visualize that dummy. Visualize doing damage. Getting stronger every day as he gets weaker. Boom. Let's go. Exhale. Through those shots. Drive those fists over into the jaw or into the nose. Land on those large two knuckles. Wrist straight. Rotate back. Let's go for a spinning back fist. Step across and whoosh. There it is. And rotate back all the way back to square. Another thing that's going to help on that rotation, making sure the knees are bent and we sink a little bit in to that corkscrew movement. Step in for the 1, 2, whoosh, whoosh. Back to stance, step in and touch for distance. Now step across, sink on those knees as you pivot through for reverse spinning back. Whoosh, there it is. Rotate all the way back and back to square. Square up. Shout out to Imports Therapy and XOJR. Appreciate you. Step in for the 1, 2. Back to stance. 1, 2. Back to stance, keep it square. Keep it going, drive at your level. You can increase that volume. Increase that energy behind the punches. And make it your own. Let's do that reverse spinning back fist again. Step across. Sink on the knees as you pivot through. Wuss. Reverse spinning back fist. And all the way back to square. Let's go. 1, 2 shots. Back to stance. Reverse spinning back fist. Step across. Pivot. Bam. And rotate back to square. 1, 2. Square up. 1, 2 again. Square up. Keep it moving. Work that horizontal as well. Back to stance. Now opposite direction. Boom, boom. Back to stance. Step across for that reverse spinning back fist. Wuss. And rotate back to square. That's the end of round 2. Catch your breath. Drink some water. Ooh, imports therapy. Thank you for being here. We got 56 seconds to catch your breath. Drink some water. Check in on you. Make sure you're doing all right. Avoid those signs of overreaching. And take into consider your environment. I gotta make sure I keep my intensity low because of lack of sleep. 4-hour heavy bag training yesterday and 112-degree weather today. Those are enough reasons to go at a reasonable pace. The way I know I'm not overreaching is no dizziness, no lightheadedness, no nauseousness. Those are the signs I'm looking out for. So you guys gotta tune into you, make sure you're checking in on yourself and showing up to your level today. That way you can continue to grow. Shout out to Y&I Music. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Hope I see you at same in a couple months. Or in a month. Maybe it's this month. Time is flying. We got 2 seconds. We're getting back into it. Square up with that visualized dummy. Get that guard high. Close those fingers. Tuck those thumbs. Hit them with the 1, 2. Square up. Chin tuck. Let's go. Drive those fists down the center line. Keep it nice and tight here. Back to stance, and we're gonna reverse spinning back fist. Step across into narrow. Pivot on both feet, sinking on the knees. Wuss, and we're sending that fist right through the face of that depression dummy. Twist all the way back around and step back into your balanced stance. Let's maintain balance. Make balance the focus on that one. Step in for 1, 2. Back to stance. 1, 2. Back to stance and reverse spinning back fist. Step across, pivot and extend. Rotate back around into square, and you're good to go. Boom, boom. Hit them with that 1, 2. 3-hit combo this time. Step across for the spinning back fist. Wuss, and rotate back. The more balanced you become, the faster you can execute that move. 1, 2, 3. Step across for spinning back fist. Wuss, and back. Exhale hard through that strike. 3-shot combo, 4-shot combo this time. Sink on those knees for rotation. Reverse spinning back fist. Let's do it. Wuss, and back. Exhale hard through that strike, keeping the guard high the whole time. Jab cross. 4-hit jab cross. Back to stance and reverse spinning back fist. Wuss. Exhale hard. Rotate back to square. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Square up. Reverse spinning back fist. Do it. Wuss. Exhale hard and square back up on that rotation. Exhale hard through those strikes. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Back to stance, spinning back fist. Wuss. Ooh, keep it high. Keep that guard tight. Let's go. 1, 2. Bam. 3-hit combo if you got it. And reverse spinning back fist. Step across, pivot through. Wuss. Sinking on those knees. Rotate back to square. Keep it balanced, keep it tucked. 1, 2, 3 combo. Wuss, wuss, wuss. Reverse spinning back fist, step across. Wuss. Pivot through and rotate back to balance. Keep it moving. 1, 2, 3. Wuss, wuss, wuss. Turn those fists over, step across for the back fist. Wuss. And rotate back into balanced stance. Keep it moving. 4-hit combo. Back to stance, reverse spinning back fist. Wuss. And square it up. Boom. Keep the guard high. Let's go. 1, 2. Work on that horizontal movement. 1, 2. Horizontal the other way. 1, 2. And reverse spinning back fist. Go. Wuss. And rotate back to square. One more time. Step across. Pivot. Wuss. And back to square. That's the end of round 3. Woo! I hope you pushed to your level. Found room to grow. found tools that you can improve. Woo. Because progress is success. And we know that there's unlimited room for progress out here. So make sure that you please do keep showing up for you, keep showing up for that process and taking those steps forwards. And if you made it through, woo, man, it's a cooker. If you made it through all 10 or all 9 minutes of today's show, congratulations. If you only made it through 1 minute of today's show, congratulations, because that's 1 minute ahead of where you were a minute ago. So celebrate those steps, all of them, big and small, because they all mean something. Woo. And until next time, I'll catch you guys same Sack time, same Sack channel, same Sack life. Sackman out.